Do you feel tired during the day, even though you've had a full night of sleep the night before? Well, if this is you, you might want to look out for something called sleep apnea. And that's what we're talking about today, guys. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. I'm a practicing family physician, an on-air health expert, and a video creator. I do daily videos on all sorts of health stuff, as well as COVID-19. If you're interested in these topics, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the little bell for updates. Could you have sleep apnea? I mean, that's what we're talking about today. Maybe you guys have heard of the term sleep apnea. Maybe your doctor has brought it up. Maybe you've seen it written or you know somebody who has it. Do you have sleep apnea? I'm going to tell you the signs and symptoms of sleep apnea today that might give you the idea that you should talk to your doctor about this. But just a quick word about sleep apnea because it's very important. First of all, guys, 12 million Americans or so have sleep apnea. And this is a very potentially serious condition. The word apnea means literally without breath. So what happens in people with sleep apnea is that their breathing pauses multiple times during sleep. These pauses can last from seconds to minutes and can occur from anywhere from 5 times per hour to as many as 100 times per hour. That's right. Some people with sleep apnea actually stop breathing or their breathing pauses hundreds of times per night. Yes. And sometimes when people start breathing again, they may snort loudly or they may make a choking sound. Now, the thing about it, I know you guys are probably saying, well gosh, if I had sleep apnea, I would know about this. Clearly, I don't have it. I don't do that. I don't wake up hundreds of times per night. Well, guys, this is the catch. You may not realize you're waking up because what happens is you partially wake up when your breathing pauses. So oftentimes the sleep is interrupted, but you may not entirely realize it. And as a result, you may simply feel tired and irritable the next day. This is really, really important. You may not even be aware of these events. Now, I'm going to get to the symptoms, okay? You probably got an idea of what some of the symptoms of sleep apnea are so far, but it's super important. But let me tell you, I got to convince you all. Maybe I don't have to convince you all. Maybe you already know, but let me tell you all why I'm talking to you about this. You know, a lot of people blow off sleep apnea or they don't want to treat it or they don't get tested for it, etc. But one of the reasons why it's so important is that sleep apnea can really affect your whole body. It can affect your heart. It can affect your blood pressure, your risk for heart attacks and strokes. It can increase the risk for car accidents and work-related accidents, even affecting things like your mood, depression, headaches, things like ADHD. So the effect of sleep apnea on the body actually can be wide-ranging and big. So I know you're saying, well, okay, Dr. Jen, what's the deal? What are the symptoms of sleep apnea? Tell me what I need to know to see if I need to talk to my doctor about this. All right, well, here we go. The symptoms include loud snoring. Although loud snoring doesn't necessarily mean you have sleep apnea, it could mean that you need to get tested for sleep apnea. Also, occasionally waking up with a choking or gasping sensation. Remember I mentioned that? Very important. Now, you may not know that you're doing this, but the person you sleep with might. So if you don't think anything's going on at night, just ask the person you sleep with in the bed, your spouse, your partner, hey, do I ever wake up at night gasping or choking for air? That's important. Feeling sleepy or having lack of energy during the day, especially if you've gotten a good night's sleep the night before and you still feel tired, exhausted, like you need to take a nap, lack of energy, you feel like you're just exhausted. That is a very important thing for us to note and to pursue. Also, sleepiness while driving. That is so dangerous, but being sleepy while driving, falling asleep or feeling like you're getting sleepy, that is a tip-off that we want to get you evaluated. Morning headaches can be a sign. By the way, any morning headache, I want you to talk to your doctor. That could be a number of things that should be looked at. Restless sleep, forgetfulness, mood changes, decreased interest in sex. Yes, I said decreased interest in sex. If the other things didn't get your attention, maybe that will. Recurrent awakenings at night or insomnia. And some people wake up with a very sore or dry throat. Any of those symptoms, by the way, guys, should tip you off to say, hey, you know what? I really, really need to talk to my doctor about this and make sure I don't have something called sleep apnea because, as we talked about, it can affect your entire body. And you might be saying, well, who's at risk for sleep apnea? I mean, am I even in the higher risk group? People who are at high risk are, first of all, men are twice as likely, almost twice as likely to get sleep apnea than women, first of all. Other risk factors include being overweight and having extra fatty tissue around the neck, a thicker neck that tends to make it harder to keep the airway open. being over the age of 40, smoking, having a family history of sleep apnea, and maybe having a history of deviated septum, allergies, or sinus problems that may make it hard to breathe. Guys, there's a lot more to tell about sleep apnea. This was just sort of the tip of the iceberg and just a little taste of what sleep apnea is, but I wanted to explain why it's important to me as a family doctor and why it should be important to you as well. Especially with COVID and everything that we're going through, it's important to make sure that you're getting your general checkups and you're talking to your doctor about any and all symptoms that you may have. Keep a lookout for these symptoms, and if you have them, talk to your doctor. Guys, I hope this is helpful. I'm Dr. Jen Caudle. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it with others. And also, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I invite you to do so. Guys, I'm Dr. Jen. I will see you soon.